am so excited you're here because today we are diving deep into one of the most anticipated sci-fi thrillers on the horizon. We've been tracking this project for a minute, and now that the first real waves of insight are crashing in, we need to talk about whether this is going to be the next big cinematic obsession or just another blip on the streaming radar. I'm talking about Mercy, the high-stakes, near-future thriller starring none other than Chris Pratt and the absolute queen of sci-fi herself, Rebecca Ferguson. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know I have a major soft spot for original sci-fi. In a world of endless sequels and reboots, seeing a studio put major muscle behind a fresh concept is the ultimate girl boss move. But does Mercy actually deliver the goods? Or is it just riding on the coattails of its A-list leads? Let's break it all down. Set in a future where crime has reached a breaking point, Mercy follows a detective, played by Pratt, who finds himself accused of a violent crime and forced to prove his innocence. It's a classic man-on-the-run trope, but with a sleek, futuristic coat of paint. Think Minority Report meets The Fugitive, but with a modern edge that feels very grounded in our current anxieties about technology and justice. The first thing we have to discuss is the powerhouse pairing of Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. Pratt is stepping away from his usual lovable goofball persona that we see in Guardians of the Galaxy and leaning back into that gritty action hero territory we saw glimpses of in the Terminal List. There's a weight to his performance here. He's playing a man who is physically capable, but emotionally pushed to the brink. On the flip side, we have Rebecca Ferguson. Can we just take a second to appreciate her run lately? From Dune to Silo, she is literally the reigning empress of the genre. In Mercy, she isn't just a supporting character. She's the intellectual and emotional anchor of the film. Her presence brings a level of prestige and intensity that elevates the entire production. The world building in Mercy is another massive talking point. The film explores a society where the legal system has become hyper-efficient, perhaps to a fault. It raises some really spicy questions about the cost of safety and the fallibility of perfect systems. For the Easter egg hunters out there, keep your eyes peeled for the subtle tech designs in the background. There are hints that this world is more interconnected and perhaps more watched than the characters initially realize. The aesthetic is clean and corporate, which makes the moments of raw, gritty violence feel even more jarring. From an industry perspective, this film is a huge test for Amazon MGM Studios. They are clearly trying to position themselves as a home for big-budget, adult-oriented thrillers. The direction is sleek, the pacing is relentless, and it doesn't shy away from the darker implications of its premise. It's not just an action flick, it's trying to be a smart thriller that keeps you guessing until the final frame. Okay, let's get real for a second. My personal take? Mercy is a total vibe, but it's definitely going to be polarizing. What I absolutely love is the chemistry, or rather the tension between Pratt and Ferguson. It's rare to see two leads with this much individual main character energies share the screen, and they don't disappoint. Ferguson, in particular, has this way of commanding a scene without saying a word, and seeing Pratt try to match that energy is fascinating. On the technical side, the action sequences are choreographed with a lot of thought. It's not just mindless explosions. There's a sense of geography and stakes in every chase. However, if I'm being 100% honest, the plot does lean into some familiar territory. If you're a hardcore sci-fi fan, you might see a few of the twists coming from a mile away. It's a very polished version of stories we've seen before. But here's why it works. The execution is top tier. Even if the bones of the story feel familiar, the meat on those bones, the acting, the cinematography, and the sheer tension is high quality. It feels like a movie made for adults who want to be entertained without having their intelligence insulted. It's slick, it's fast, and it's unapologetically stylish. Ultimately, Mercy is a testament to the fact that star power still matters. When you put actors of this caliber in a high-concept setting, people are going to show up. It's a gripping ride that manages to balance high-octane action with some genuine food-for-thought moments about where our society is headed. Whether it becomes a definitive classic or a one-time watch, it's a journey worth taking. But I want to know what you think. Are you hyped to see Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson team up? Or are you feeling a bit of future thriller fatigue? Do you think original sci-fi is making a real comeback? Or are we always going to be chasing the high of the classics? Drop your theories in the comments below. I want to see your best predictions for the ending. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Film Frontline for your daily dose of everything Hollywood. I'm out for now, but I'll see you in the next one.